My name is Dr. ADUAN. I am a psychologist, motivational speaker, parent and teen and relationship expert, but really what I am is a servant. We can't just tell our kids to do their work, but we're not involved in what's going on at school, what's going on in sports, what's going on in their social life. So we have to have relationships. 2, we have to have time. We have to invest in spending at least 15 to 30 minutes one-on-one with each one of your children. A lot of times we're on our Blackberries, we're on Facebook, we're on the phone, we're at home working a second and third job, and our children are in the same room, but we're not relating with them. They notice that. Because who wants to just be average? And as parents, you drive change. You don't have to be a mean girl to be a bully. You can end this whole era of mean girls, all right? Any questions? Hey, Doc, how you doing?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
You doing all right?
I'm doing good.
Good.
What we doing?
I'm working on it. Maybe late summer I'll do a little something. We're gonna see. It costs money.
And look, and the girls like them nice rings now.
I know they do.
You know what I'm saying?
But good thing we're in a recession. I can negotiate. I can negotiate a lot harder now. I'm like, okay, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I see it in your eyes.
I am. I told them this is the best, truly, the best year of my life.
Why?
Because I made decisions really to just do things that make me happy. I'll be 56 years old, but I really believe that most of the time I did everything to make everybody else.
And now you're living for you.
And now I'm living for me.
Okay. What's going on, man?
All right.
You good?
How
you doing? Okay, nice to meet you. ADUAN, man.
I know your brother.
Okay. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Your mom came over when we opened up the school.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Yeah, I told Sean, man, you better be good, man, because people get us confused all the time. Yeah, get swung on out here.
The dedication when we cut.
I remember.
All of y'all were there that day.
How you doing, man? What's going on, man?
How you make?
I'm good, man.
Great.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing.
Daddy?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dr. TARTT is a psychologist and author who has two passions for telling the world about themselves. Thank you.
My name is Dr. ADUAN. I am a psychologist, motivational speaker, parent and teen and relationship expert, but really what I am is a servant. As a psychologist for the last 10 years, I found myself being reactive in my office, so I decided why be reactive and only deal with one family at a time when I can be proactive and doing parenting and teen workshops. And one of the things that I have figured out is that our kids really don't know what they're doing. And that we have to be more active in being a part of our children's lives. So I provide services to the community in the form of parenting workshops. I mean, as a psychologist, there's not an issue that you all have that I have not been able to address. I also have an opportunity to do radio and television. A lot of you all have heard me on 102.5 with Darlene McCoy, or Ricky Smiley, or Frank and Wanda. Anything having to do with bullying or anything having to do with raising student achievement, helping girls learn how to date, anything having to do with empowering our children and parents, I am about that. So I am proud to be here today. I'm also a graduate of DeKalb County, Lithonia High School. All right. I still have 30 seconds left. All right. Lithonia High School, a graduate of Morehouse College, and I'm the youngest African American to get his PhD from the University of Michigan in clinical psychology. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Dr. TARTT. And you did well.
What's going on? Well, my name is Dr. ADUAN. I'm a psychologist. And ladies, I need your help. I really need your help because I want to talk to you about something that I know that you all have dealt with on a daily basis. As I was preparing to do research for coming out here today, last night I got sad. I got sad in thinking about some of the things that you ladies have to encounter, and I need your help. All right? Now, in exchange for you helping me, I'm going to give you something that I believe that you ladies really want. I'm going to give you the formula for how to be popular. Raise your hand if you want to know a formula for being even more popular than what you already are. Y'all don't want to know about popularity. Too much pride, because I know what y'all saying, because I have a daughter. Y'all say I'm already popular, but I bet y'all start taking notes, okay? So the reason I want to talk to you about being popular is because if you focus on being popular the right way, you don't have to deal with something that scares me. And what scares me, young ladies, is this phenomenon called mean girls. How many of you ever heard of, have some friends, I know it's not you, that are mean? Raise your hands. How many of you seen the movie Mean Girls? All right, that's not funny. So when we start talking about mean girls, here's why I really need your help. Because bullying is a problem. And guess what, ladies? Guess who has the biggest problem with bullying? Is it boys or is it girls? It's girls. Because when we start thinking about bullying, we start thinking about beating someone up. I can tell you, but that's on the rise. You all see it at your schools, the amount of girls that are actually willing to fist fight. But what we really see is that we are seeing an increase in something called indirect aggression. It's where you don't say something to the girl's face, you say something about the girl to another girl, behind her back. Or you may say something on a Facebook wall. You may like a mean comment that someone said. Like, I don't know what so-and-so had on today. And then someone will say, I do. It's the same thing she wears every day. All right? And then someone will push like. That is a form, believe it or not, of bullying, cyberbullying. And there's also relational bullying, where there are these cliques. And if you get into it with the leader of the clique, then you find yourself on the outside of the group. Now, let me tell you why this frightens me. I am a proud father. My daughter is 4 years old, all right? And she is the light of my life, okay? We have fun together, and I love parenting her. It's very different from me being a man, her being a girl, all right? But I'm learning, and I'm mean with that hair. Y'all need your hair done, come see me, all right? I'm not responsible for the results, but I do know how to braid a little bit, okay? But I love that girl so much. But here's what happened. My brother is the principal, for those of you at Champion, my brother's the principal at Narvi J Traditional Theme School in Decatur. And they were having a father-daughter dance. So my daughter's too young to attend that school, but because her uncle is the principal, we still went to the father-daughter dance. And so at first we were dancing, having fun, and then they played that song that all 4-year-olds and probably you all like, or used to like, you're probably too cool, you know, the Justin Bieber Baby, Baby, Baby song. Oh, you want me to sing it? Y'all don't know it? You want me to sing it? Baby, baby. Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna go in. Y'all scared? Okay, but the Justin Bieber song. And so all the girls started dancing, and I noticed that the way kindergarten girls dance is different from what I've ever seen. And this might take y'all back. What they do is they grab each other's hands and kind of go in a circle. Yeah, I was like, what is this kind of dance? So my daughter's looking and she's getting so excited and jumping up and down. And so I say, well, she looks at me like, can I go dance with them? I say, go ahead. And so she goes to join this group. And when she reaches out her hand to join the group, this mean girl looks at her and then looks away, and they keep dancing and they kind of rotate away from her. Man, I wanted to snatch this girl up. I did. As a dad, I was like, you so mean. But I thought about it. I was like, man, is this what it's all about? And so my daughter came back over to me. Thank goodness for her. She didn't really realize they were being mean. I think she was just confused. She was like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to dance since I don't go to this school. And I saw another girl. I said, well, go on over there. And when she went, the other girl, before my daughter even reached her hand out and said, join us. And they all started doing. So I started thinking, like, wow, my daughter is going to have a tougher time of being popular and making friends than what I had, because she's going to have to deal with mean girls. So I really need you all's help today. It's going to be some way interactive. I need you all's help on how to deal with mean girls. We agree on that? Let's dive right in. And I'm going to say something controversial, but it's going to work. Number one, we have to stop spoiling our kids. All right? When we're spoiling our kids, they don't really feel the need to work. We're asking them to stop playing the video games, stop getting on the phone, stop being on Facebook, to come back and to do their homework. And so we found ourselves as parents with all the power having to beg and plead and having to bribe our children to do their work. Well, we have to go back to old school parenting, which means that we require them to do their work before they get paid. So what I'm going to advise you to do A couple of things, I'm gonna give you 7 steps. One, we have to have a relationship with our kids. We can't just tell our kids to do their work, but we're not involved in what's going on at school, what's going on in sports, what's going on in their social life. So we have to have a relationship. 2, we have to have time. We have to invest in spending at least 15 to 30 minutes one-on-one with each one of your children each day. You have to make the investment in time. Clients that come to me say that their parents don't spend time with them. And I know it sounds funny, but a lot of times we're on our Blackberries, we're on Facebook, we're on the phone, we're at home working a second and third job, and our children are in the same room, but we're not relating with them. They notice that. 3, we have to set high expectations. So that means that we tell them the grades that they're going to make. We don't allow them to set the standards. We don't let them tell us what time they're going to come back home. You're going to make an A in this class, a B in this one, an A in this one, a B in this one. When we set the expectation, then they feel pressured to meet that. Otherwise, they're just trying to pass, that word we all hate. Number 4, we have to set up the structure. So that means that we know our kids are not disciplined. That means we need to have a homework time as to when they're actually going to study. That means we're taking away the cell phones. We know we get distracted by our own cell phones, taking away the computer, and we're saying your study time is from 4 to 5 every day, or if you get home later, it's from 6 to 7, where you can watch them. That structured time we have to put in place. Number 5, accountability. If we say they're going to study, if they're not studying, we have to hold them accountable. That means you give us the cell phone. That means you give us the video game controller until your grades are back up. You don't need to have clothes. You don't need to have a cell phone. You don't need to have all these things we spoiled you with before you work. I'm not going to preach yet. Number 6. We have to praise them. At work, we work for praise. We don't work not to get fired, but a lot of times we'll say, hey, I don't want you to grow up to be a thug, or I don't want you to drop out of school. And we're begging them, trying to have moral lessons, especially boys, they don't listen. All right, hold them accountable. That means punishment. And then we have to pay our kids. Yes, pay your kids. Stop giving them money in allowance just for being alive on Friday. That's all they have to do is make it to Friday, and then we give them money, and then we beg them to do work after they get paid. I love you, but if you got paid on Tuesday, you wouldn't go to work on Friday. All right? And if the boss tried to ask for it back, you'd say, you shouldn't have paid me on Tuesday if you want to come on Friday. So our kids need to be rewarded. I'm not talking about bribing. I'm simply saying pay them the same amount that you give them right now, but make them earn it. So if they get $90 a month, they get $3 a day after they've done their homework and their chores. Now we know money controls us, and it'll also work for your kids. All right, but first of all, I have a story I want to share with you all. Okay, about how serious it is. Because I already told you I'm a psychologist, but I don't deal with crazy kids. Y'all might think that because y'all watch too much TV where they say I see dead people and y'all watching the wrong. I work with kids that want to be great or they're having some issues. Okay, and we all have issues at one point in time. And what scared me about my daughter's interaction was I started thinking about some of the mentees that I see. And I remember her name was Angela, okay? And Angela came to me one day and she was crying, she was upset. I said, what happened? She said, my friends just turned on me. I said, what do you mean? How did your friends just turn on you? Well, they said, all right, it's this new girl in school named Jennifer. And she came to school today and she's been cool, you know, for the past couple of days, but now she's joined my crew and she's turned the whole crew against me. And I was like, nah, you being a little paranoid. Are you sure? My friend was like, well, I ain't mean it. I was just playing. And she was like, you know what? Just forget it. So for the next couple of days, she didn't talk to her friend. And I said, all right, here's what you do. Has your friend been trying to call you? And she said, yes. I said, have you been speaking to her? She was like, no, I'm not gonna talk to her so she can just talk to me again. I said, what if she's calling to apologize? So I encouraged her to call her and apologize and let her apologize. Well, the friend was like, listen, you know what? I kind of have my bad hair days too. I want to be your friend. I'm sorry. So she was like, nah, you just being fake right now. You know, so I don't trust you. So the next day she walked into math. Something cool happened. So the whole crew was in math and her friend said, you know what? I just want to apologize. I just want to apologize to Angela because yesterday when we were talking about her ponytail, I did laugh and I just want to say I'm sorry. So I apologize to you. And Angela was so happy. And then the rest of the crew, they apologized too. So they made a pact, and this is what I want you all to listen to, is that if you don't have to be a mean girl to be a bully, if you're laughing with the mean girl, you are a mean girl yourself. I don't want you ladies to do that. I want you to be nice. You know what they say, sugar and spice and everything, what? nice, but now I love you, but when I watch on TV, I see nothing but mean girls. It's this whole phenomenon that if you cool, you have to exclude other girls because they're not cute as you are. Or they don't wear nice clothes or like nice gear, or maybe they're different. And so you just keep with your set of girls. I'm letting you know that that's hurting your sisters.